Welcome back to Tisl News. My name is Natasha Mirilov with your evening news. Self-defense has been a great topic of debate within the last year. Tisl News reporter Jeannie Francine will give us more insight on a bill about teachers' rights to self-defense. Over to you, Jeannie.
Senators are just about to go back into chambers from lunch, and the next item on the agenda is teachers and self-defense in classrooms.
Sit will come to order. Mr. Sergeant, please close the doors and invite all delegates into the chamber.
Tisl Bill 108.
It was a bill to amend the current Tennessee Code regarding drills and stuff in schools.
Sponsoring Senator Lucas Pierce says this bill is essential for the safety of school officials.
In case a hostile encounter happens in the classroom, whether that be someone intruding that just wants physical violence or if they bring in a gun.
Senators have said that they do support this bill, but they want to make sure that it does not include handguns.
Have guns in classrooms is something that's extremely dangerous, even if the teachers are properly taught on how to handle those firearms.
This bill passed unanimously with everyone in support of the bill.
At a given time, it's good to be prepared to defend yourself and your kids.
Reporting for Tisl News, I'm Jeannie Francine.
Dr. Paul Kahn of Lee University came today and gave a speech on the psychology of leadership. Tisl News reporter Katie Parks had the opportunity to talk to him.
Thanks, Natasha. President of Lee University, Dr. Paul Kahn, spoke at the General Assembly today about the psychology of leadership. I spoke with him afterwards about the traits found in young leaders.
The ability to envision change, I think, is the single and most important characteristic of a leader. And I call that the power of the dream. Because leadership doesn't really arise out of a satisfaction with the president, it arises out of a dissatisfaction with the president. And then I went on from that to say the other traits are an ability to bring people together around that dream, which I call the power of the team, and the ability to grind it out over a long period of time, being energized by great ideas.
Dr. Kahn's speech was particularly inspiring to Adrian Dooley, an alternate senator from UT Chattanooga.
I thought a lot of what he had to say was really motivational, mainly because it wasn't over my head personally. I think a lot of speakers tend to speak towards an older audience and kind of miss the fact that we are a younger generation and most of us here are underage. So I like the way he kind of broke the traditional stereotype of a leader and gave power to others out there.
For Tisl Media, I'm Katie Parks. Natasha, now back to you.
The highest percent of minimum wage is made of college students. It is only natural for such a bill to spark debate. Here's Tisl News reporter Katie Myers.
The House will reconvene in just a few minutes, and the first item on the agenda is back to Bill 21. The House of Representatives was split on Bill 21.
It only makes economic sense that if we provide more money to families to spend, to cover their own costs, not only will that be more money into the economy, thus growing businesses, it would also take the burden off of the state to provide welfare to these people.
It would be an asset to our community. There's a lot of people that need help to get up from where they're at, even though some of them spoke as if it would hinder or it wouldn't be profitable. But if we don't have jobs, how can you take advantage of the privilege that you have?
But not everyone felt that way.
I think it fails to correct the root cause of the problem, which is inflation. And inflation has been caused because minimum wage has been increased periodically.
Due to the absence of the sponsor, discussion over Bill 21 will pick back up in the next legislative session. But until then, representatives will continue to discuss other matters. Delegates debated on other bills, one being Bill 99, which dealt with collective bargaining. That bill brought on a whole new set of arguments, but in the end, it didn't pass.
Having not received the constitutional majority, Tisl Bill 99 fails.
The House of Representatives will reconvene tonight at 7 and pick up discussion right where they left off.
Tisl News Director Chris Davis sat down with Lieutenant Governor Ron Ramsey, and this is his advice for students.
There's my chief clerk here, Russell Humphreys, came out of Tisl, my former Chief of Staff Matt King came out of Tisl. There are a lot of people that do that. So yes, I would highly encourage that, and also encourage people who are interested in politics to take advantage of the intern program that we have here also.
Tisl News reporter Elizabeth Yankovic is right now with students. Hi Elizabeth, who do you have over there?
Thanks, Natasha. I am currently here with Pamela Keene.
So what is the overall feedback that you're getting?
So Pamela, how has your experience at Tisl this year been so far?
My experience at Tisl has been wonderful. This is my first year serving on the executive council, so I actually get to experience what it's like to set up everything and make sure everything is running smoothly for the delegates. As state treasurer, I'm over registration and name tags, so if a delegate loses their name tag or needs a name tag change, they have to come to me. Sometimes it does get a little bit stressful just because people need their name tags, but I make sure that I get them done as quickly as possible, and people get their registrations done when they need to.
The House and the Senate have worked extremely hard today, which will continue on tonight.
One of the most controversial bills we've been so far has been the minimum wage law, and I heard there's a second one that's going to be coming up. And the House has been very debated. It has yet to reach the Senate, as far as I know, and it's going to be fun.
Most of the delegates seem to be learning a lot at the General Assembly. For most, it is also their first time.
Well, this is my first time at Tisl, and this has been a really great experience. I've made a lot of great friends, and it's something you can learn a lot from, and it's just really hard to capture that in words.
For Tisl News, I'm Elizabeth Jankowicz. Back to you, Natasha.
That concludes today's news. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Natasha Mirilov.